this?
No, we were doing this when we decided to go work on what you were working on.
Well, then you can just bring it back. Why are you doing that?
Because I want it to be 0.
If every time you hit it, it comes up with some other number, it's not 0.
Yeah, it's 0. It's still 0. Because I didn't like the number came up before over this other number.
You're so peculiar. I mean, particular.
Yeah, I want numbers to be matched. Yeah, I wonder why. Now, see, if you bang your hand like that, everything centers because it's on the wheels and everything under here, in bearings. And it gives you a more accurate weight. That weight's not accurate though, because that's too heavy. That number's a good number. That number I don't like. We already had these other 3 numbers over here, and now we got a new number, 344.0. 343.9 was what my average was on the other number. See, it's between 9 and 0, see?
9 and 0.
See, it's between these two here, is what I'm going to choose when I figure out my weight. I'm going to check this one. You notice how it goes back to perfect 0 when we're done.
That's not 0, that's...
It's got a 0 in it.
Well, but you want 2 zeros. Yeah, 5, 1.
What are you saying, the scale's not accurate?
I'm saying something's going on. Oh, no. Oh. I'll hit it again.
Okay, we happy now?
That's good.
You sure?
I don't know.
Me either. It's hard to get this to repeat.
Pete and repeat were sitting on the bridge.
If you can't repeat, it's no good.
Pete jumped off.
Pete jumped off.
Who's
good.
left?
Hillary. How heavy is this one?
It's a lot heavier than the other one. Dang, I jumped a bunch.
What did you jump to?
5'11",
We're at 6'4".
6'4".
So we go rear rod, rotational weight, 506.4 is what we want right now.
Yeah. 0.5.
Sure?
Back to 4. Nope, nope, 5.
506.5 is the other number we like.
You gonna flip it over?
No, I'm going to see if it's zeros. I'm going to put it right back up on the same way. Which number do you think we're going to get?
0.6. You see, moved everything.
What number we had before? 4 and
0.4.
5?
3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. Back to 4.
We didn't have 4 before.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, we
5
did
was
have-
6.4.
Oh, we did have 4.
What are you trying to make things difficult?
Okay, so you like 4 on this one?
I think we're 4 is good.
Okay, now we're going to flip it 180.
Didn't I say 180?
Now that shouldn't make any difference, right?
No.
None at all.
I don't believe that. No, you moved everything. You moved everything around.
I'm trying to move it all around.
Why are you doing that?
Why am I doing what?
Well, you flipped it 180, but you moved every piece of.
It's on rollers, Fred. See how it's all adjustable? And
I don't think we like that. That went up a bunch.
you don't like that number? You sure? What's wrong with that number?
It went up a whole. Did you zero it back out again?
Should not to 0. Didn't change anything.
Yeah, you did. You moved all that crap around.
It shouldn't matter. It's on a scale.
No. Moved back to 3, that's 0. Moved everything around. That was what I was saying. You moved all this crap around.
It's on a
now
scale.
try
It should be perfectly lined up either way.
So you're taking 3 off of that other number, so it'll come back down to 506.7. What did I say? No, there you go. 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 6, 6, 6. I'll have a 6. And give me a 6. Give me a 6. Take a 5.
I'm looking for a 4 though.
Oh, damn it. 6. Give me a 6. I'm thinking we're going to use a 0.5 on this bad boy.
You're gonna average it? That's what you're saying?
I'm thinking that's going to be an average.
You're gonna average out the two and make one?
No, I'm just calling it. Make it 5.
You're making an executive decision?
I'm making it up from the.
You're making a decision there? What about you, Keith? What do you think?
What do you think, Keith?
It's your bike.
He's like, what the hell is freaking point?
I asked if you're good with numbers before.
I failed addition and subtraction, so.
It's like, what does
you're talking to the wrong
0.1
person.
mean? That doesn't mean anything to me. You're killing me, man.
It don't mean shit to me right now.
Okay, so we're coming up with 6 on this one.
Yeah.
You came up with 4 the other way.
We'll flip it again.
Well, you
Without doing
You think
anything.
it's going to repeat to 0 too?
Nope. Oh, look at that one. So that would be a 5.
It went to 0.
Can't make its mind up.
Now we flip it back over and see what happens.
I'm thinking it's
Maybe
gonna-
the 5 times we did it this way was wrong.
Are we having fun yet?
No. Balancing sucks. Custom balancing sucks. So I have to customly figure out the problems.
Holy crap! It goes back to 4.
See, it doesn't. I only have 0.2 of a gram accuracy on my setup.
We're so sloppy, man.
So we're gonna go with 5. How's
What did I
that?
just say? Did I just say that?
Now this one over here, we're going with 9 or 0. I like 9.
Whatever.
You happy?
I like that 344.
Okay.
The full number.
Now we're not done yet. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
What do we gotta do?
Get away. Something else. I know it's something else. I just don't know what it is. Oh, you got to go the other way.
Measure the other half.
You're gonna go the other way.
You dumbass. Okay, so you gotta make sure they're about the same height. They're pretty close.
Ooh, about the same height. A little higher. There you go.
You
See
happy
that?
now?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get friendly with each other. Or
Ooh.
how about that?
Looks like a plan.
Does that look like
Getting
it's
luckier than me.
Is that flexible there? Somebody commented about you earlier.
Really? They never comment about me.
You're a celebrity.
What happened? It
whether
doesn't
you
work.
Like it or not.
I think you need to slide. Slide, Clyde. You're all right.
I gotta move further over now?
One of these days I'm gonna get in trouble, but then I'm always in trouble. I'm always in trouble, so it doesn't really matter. So they had the guy, so the guy that does, and I'm not going to say who it was, but the bug guy, right, that comes in and
Are you
gets rid of the
talking
bugs.
about customers or work?
My wife tells me the bug guy is showing up
Oh,
at
this
8
is
o'clock,
your-
right,
your bug
this
guy.
morning. The bug guy. I ain't saying which bug guy.
What kind of bug guys?
So, but we
Okay,
have a
you
preferred
like
bug
how
guy.
that lines up on that one now?
That's about, if I had a level, I'd put a level on there.
Okay. Level? What do you think this is, a down carpenter shop? Can we zero this or we just leave it like this?
273? I think I'd zero that.
0?
Did you get the 273? Oh, you flopped that up.
Because this one's heavier than this one. See these bearings right here? See that right there? There's a little difference in
Thank
weight.
you.
Plus you went from, this is a Mitutilio and this one's a Mac Tools.
Went from a piece of crap to less than.
You went to 0. Okay, we got a 0. Then we go over here to,
We love balancing. So much fun.
it takes so long when you do a custom balancing job. You have to weigh all this crap. And it's so easy to do.
They told you they took apart a factory.
You mean like that one right there?
Yeah, that thing was already
You're not
built.
zooming in on it, so you're pissing everybody off with that zooming right
No, I'm out here.
now. Okay.
I'm not zooming. I'm not throwing and holding the camera right there, going, "What's going on?"
Okay, which we're on? We're
I'm back out here. I could do my
We're on the
aerial.
rear
view.
rod.
All
So we
right.
got 254.2. See if it zeros. Did it zero?
No. Why would it do that? Here, hold this.
Is it zero yet? Tripod behind you if you get tired.
No. Why would it get
Fred
tired?
gets tired.
I'll get tired.
Look at 0. Oh, now it's at 1. There, 0. It only took a minute for it to decide where 0 was at.
Double zero.
We'll change that. You drinking that vodka again?
I wouldn't do the thing like that.
Especially have a non-drinking policy around here.
Yeah, it would be good.
What did we have before? 54.2. appears that we're repeating close to 2. We gonna call that 2?
2 is good.
2's good. Fred likes 2. Fred knows stuff like that. Okay, now what happens when we flip it over, Fred?
It's going to go up 3.
3 up? That's worse than it is on the other side.
Oh no, actually that's the lighter end. Probably only go up 1.
What number we had before?
2.
What are we getting?
2. 1.
Just thinking. 1, 5, 4, 1. I think the scale's off. It's got to figure out what it wants.
Tap it once. No. You have to do that again. It's going, keeps going up.
Hey, it's only a $300 scale. What do you want? Now you know what I need for Christmas, a better scale.
Yeah, I'm on that.
I need a scientific digital scale if anybody's got one laying around. Cheap.
Like free?
One that's better than this piece of crap, because this one sucks. I actually bought 2 of these because I put a rod on both sides.
Yeah.
That didn't work either.
No, I guess it didn't.
Now we're up to 3. That's the highest number we've had yet. 7. This scale's all screwed up. We're way off. We're not even close. See, it went high now. What number we want? 1 or 2? 2 preferred. Now we're getting 4.
Why are you getting 4?
Because that's what keeps coming up. There's a 3. Go with a 3. 2, 5, 4, 3. What'd you do? It's changing all over the place. It's going to write down something over your changes, Fred. Now it's at 4 or 5. Recenter. 3. 4. That's higher than the number I had before.
Don't fart. I'll throw it off.
It will, because you see I'm writing over here, it changes the scale a lot. Uh-oh. There's a 0. That's how accurate the scale is. It just won't repeat. So if your scale doesn't repeat, it's not accurate. It doesn't matter how many decibels it goes down to. It doesn't repeat, it's not accurate. Okay, what are we getting this time? 4, 5, 6, 5, 5. Shit, that's higher than we had before. 4, 5. I'm getting tired of doing this scale over and over. Something's changed. Fred's got his hot X-ray vision going over here. Screwed it all up. So it appears to like 5 now. Maybe 6.
4.
It won't stay there. Four. Zero's repeating, that's plus. And we're back to our 1 that we had on the other side, that's repeating. Until we got to that number.
So you're just finding the average weight then, right? When you flip it from side
Well, when
to
you have it
side?
this way, it's one way, you have it this way the other way.
Yeah.
It shouldn't make any difference, but it does. we're 3 grams difference between this way and this way. So you got to get an average in both ways, and then you got to average those averages. So you got 3 averages. I think what's going on is we're getting some kind of a movement. Let's try something different. See, I put the weight on the magnet over here. So now I can only move on this side. See how it's heavier weights now?
Yeah.
Take the magnet off. See, I was too tense just having the magnet on. I think the scales off again. So we're somewhere between 1 and 2 on the one side, and we're 4 and 5 on the other. So if you average it, it's probably 3. Quit moving. That's the best you've had on this side. 3, 4. There's 4 again. There's 3. So I'm going to call that 3. Alright, so you take these numbers and add them together. So you got 5065, 506.5, and we add in our 254.3 equals 760.8, which is not even close to what it should be. The rear rod should be 761.1. So we're 3/10 off. So that means I add 2 to this one, 254.5 for the bottom, because that's heavier. And I'll add 1 to that one. So we go 506.6.
Figured out.
So for some reason we're only getting 3/10 accuracy right now, which is pissing me off. But we'll go with that. Now we got this rod here. We had a 3/10 error.
3/10?
3/10 error on the average for the total. Okay, we got 2492 this time. 249.2. Should be pretty consistent on the 2. 0's good. Nope. Change to 1. 0's back. Flip the rod.
Hey, I took the finally found a example of how my hoses were supposed to go on that Duramax.
Yeah.
You put another couple other switches in, and it passed them all.
Your light went out finally?
Yeah.
So what, the hoses are wrong again? And
Well,
what
the hoses
switches?
I don't think the hoses were ever right.
And what switch did you put on it?
Well, the switches with the hoses, the EGR valve switches.
Or the new one that you had before?
Yeah.
So you finally put the new one on it,
Right.
and then you find out the hoses are wrong again.
It could have the whole time been hoses, by the way. I don't know.
Probably was.
Probably it was the hoses, and I'm not going to go back and put all the old stuff.
You're not gonna
back
put all
on.
the old junk back on and take it back to Craig and wherever you bought it from?
I don't think I can get away with that.
Oh, okay.
Besides that, I know now that all my EGR stuff is my California smog crap.
So we're gonna drive the truck to SEMA now?
No,
Why not?
I still have some more work to do. You know, the power brakes, the hydraulic power brakes is leaking. I want to get that
Hydro
fixed.
boost?
Hydro boost. And maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You got a whole weekend.
More than likely, I'll take the Mini. It's better mileage and buzzier little car.
harder to sleep in it though.
Yeah, you can sleep in it. I won't bring my golf club so you can lean back.
Oh. You gonna skip golf?
Well,
Gonna have golf with Joel for not going for 3 days? Okay, what do we got now? We're at
golf
3.
withdrawals.
2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Well, that's nice. -2. That's good. Did I do that? Makes a difference. That was a big change. Fred breathed on it again. The window numbers were looking good. That was a 2/10 there. Try that again. Why don't you go right back up to 7 or something now. 4. 494. 5454. 2494. 5.
4, 3, 2, 1.
3, 5, 4. 5, 4.
Time to blast off.
4. What number do you like?
69.
That wasn't even an option, was it?
69.
If you want to put 69 for your balance, we can, but I think it'll be a big error.
You asked me what number I like, not the number I like for balancing now.
Okay. Okay. 4 is repeating.
It could be 36,
Okay,
47
this
too.
one's going to be 2 or 3 over here.
So the guy thought it was pretty painful for him watching me
3.
balance his flywheels.
Okay, let's go with 3. All right, where's our numbers at?
There you go. Plug them in.
2493. Start with a 1, that doesn't help. 249.3. 3439. 343.9 equals 5932, and it's supposed to be 5934. So we're 2 grams off. So we'll just add 1 to each side.
Perfect.
So that means this one's going to be the 4. And this one's what, 9 we used? So we use 0.
Mm-hmm. I told you to use the 0. Didn't I say that earlier? I said I like a nice rounded up
Okay, you
number.
like those numbers, Fred?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know? Need 0.
I have so much
Let me
fun.
0 that for you. Yeah, it's perfectly 0 now. I fixed it.
It's off.
So how long did it take to do that, Fred?
Not a lot less time than it would take me to do it.
It would take you longer?
I couldn't do it. I can tell
Can you
right
balance
now.
one of the flywheels the time it took to do this? So that's
Yeah.
the key. Why'd you put the darn this up here? Okay, now I get to do all the hard work. We get to take all of these numbers and put them into numbers that matter.
Numbers that matter for your custom balance.
Okay, we've got total of both pistons. How
So
much was that,
what
Fred?
percentage you bringing this to?
I don't know yet. What number do you want, Keith?
70.
Well,
Reverse pin into
Where?
rod.
for the type of riding I'm going to do, which is just mainly putting around the back roads with occasional freeway,
He's not gonna get it above 3,500 RPMs, Tatro.
You gonna ride like Fred in the video?
Why are you gonna? Why are you freaking killing yourself, man?
Why do we even balance the damn thing?
You could have thrown.
because
one of
it's
these
in a
weights
rigid
on there.
frame and I want it to be smooth instead of breaking shit and vibrating and everything else.
Oh, well,
So,
that helps the balance.
yeah.
Okay, you're good. That's a good idea. Balance it so it doesn't vibrate.
Yeah, he's dreaming on again. 1, 6.
Did we tell you this was a
3,
shovel
2.
head? And there's no such thing as a non-vibrating?
Okay, now you gotta double check your numbers without Fred making comments and screw up my parenting over here. 4. So what percentage are we gonna use?
Well, you're the engine builder. You tell me.
Fred, what do we use on your bike?
75.
How much?
75.
75 what?
75%.
75% what we use?
No, it wasn't that high. It was. What was it?
That's why I asked you.
Well, what's the standard? Does it vary
What do
with?
you want to use? Anything from 50 to 75.
Yeah, I think mine was actually 75.
No, it wasn't.
Well, are you going to
60.
balance it to the according to the type of riding I do?
Yes.
Wrong one. Still the wrong one. What the hell are you looking at?
Pull out your sheet and figure what you used last.
Oh, you got a sheet?
Well, like I said, I'm not going to be doing a lot of interstate riding. It's mostly back roads.
What RPM?
Well, just, I don't
You got
know,
5-speed or 6-speed?
4-speed.
Jeez.
Brand new Baker 4-speed.
Why didn't you get a Baker 5-speed
Yeah.
or 6-speed?
I want to retain that old school look.
Oh, I feel better now.
What a pig.
I don't do a lot of interstate riding, but yet I want to, if I want to ride it from here to
Sturgis.
Arizona or Sturgis, I want to be able to do that too. So
So you want pretty much everything.
everything, there you go. I want it all.
I think I took mine home. I'm pretty sure I got it at the house.
Shouldn't have it at the house.
Hmm?
Should be right here.
Anthony, 88 Indian.
He
Oh,
says-
there I am. Woohoo! Look at
And
that.
it's a solo seat rigid frame, so it's
That was my 76. 80-inch bore, S&S shovelhead.
what kind of frame?
That was a standard frame. It's almost stock.
FLH, FX, or
What is that? FXE. The hell? What's the percentage we use? Oh, 50,
Oh, you dumbass.
56%. Or it's 56. Multiply times by balance factor, 56.
That's close to 75.
Oh, shit.
Good thing Fred doesn't balance too much around here.
I'm just throwing a number out, man. Feel that.
Throw numbers out and ask a question, and ask some
56.
dumbass response.
I think I
and
knew
give it to anybody.
56. And 56 works.
So it's 50 and 52 and 54 and 58 and 60. They all work, just different RPM. $1595.2. Okay. Total reciprocating weight. That was way the hell up there. 1622 even. Equals. Oh. What the hell is that? Oh. What percentage are we using?
56%.
56? That high?
I'm not using 75.
Okay, that low? Reciprocate. What the hell is this? It's getting confusing here. Okay, we've got total rotating weight. That's that one. Reciprocating weight. Way up there. Bring it down. How many times are you going to put reciprocating weight down here? No. 1622. That's got a weird way
It's
of
going to just be
figuring this
a
out. It's gonna be what?
an exercise in futility when you come up with almost the exact weight of one of the ones you just got sitting in there doing nothing. Or within a couple of ounces.
What we don't know is what they have. We have to figure out what they have. So what you can do is you can put that in the stand over there and figure out what they got. Why don't you do that, Fred?
Why isn't it? The
Pull
pin-
out the late model weights like we just used on that twin cam
Yeah.
over here. Where are you going?
Hang on a
Putting your vodka down?
Can I put my vodka down?
we're getting a refill.
Getting a refill is probably right.
We're going to do the same.
Pull out your weights.
Yeah.
You need the long shafts because these are already assembled.
Yeah. I need this one.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
You already broke it. You broke that. You broke it. You see that?
And the left
Yeah.
and right on this.
Okay, what was your other number? I'll put that over here. You're screwing up my scale.
Such a piece of work.
Here, put it over here.
Thank you.
Crap out of the way.
Get all you crap.
I wasn't doing anything important over here. Don't worry about me.
That's all right. I'll take this over to the other.
No, you're good. I'll get you a hole right here. You can have it.
No kidding, really?
Yes, you can. I'll let you slip it.
Jesus.
1525, 1595.2. Total of 2 wheels plus 15. This is heavy. 2503. Holy shit.
I'm gonna take this out.
508, 22, 1595.
Why is it so hot in here?
Because the door's closed, I don't want to listen to that stupid music outside.
You're gonna listen to stupid music.
I don't have to listen to that crap.
Yeah, you do.
2503 divided by 2 equals, so you want 1251.76, Fred.
1251.76.
Did you get that?
1251.76. So you're gonna.
All right. So we got is we got our weights over here. So these are all our average weights here for the rods, which we transpose over to here. So you got your piston weight up here. You got your reciprocating end of the rod, which is the wrist pin side. For both of those, you add them all together, you get a 1622. The crank pin weight was over here. This is the rollers and cages and the whole shop. Otherwise known as all that crap right there. That was 744. Then we take the rotation side of the rod, which is the big end. That's this side here. That's these numbers over here that we circle the ones we're going to use. So we put those two numbers right here. Then we add those together and we get 1595. That's all three of those get added together. Then you bring the 1622 from way up there, drop it down to here. You multiply the 1622 by the 56%, which is your reciprocating weight, and that gives you 908.32. Then you add in your rotational weight, which is the other number right there, and that gives you 2503. So that is your total bob weight you need for the crank pin. Now we do each flywheel is done each. There's one on this side and one on this side. Look at Fred's gonna drop it on the floor.
I'm not gonna drop it on the floor. I got the heavy side
So
down.
you take the 2503 and you divide it by 2, and that gives you 1251.76. So that's what you're gonna use. So give me the 1200 gram under there, 1250 gram. That's one of these here, I think. This one's 13 in it. Yep. What was this one? 1230. That's close. That's the normal one I use. This must be the other one. No, that's the Sportster weight.
You're gonna tell me to take the things out because you haven't put the weight in.
This isn't it. Oh, this is it right here. 1276. Okay, we're in between the two numbers. So we can go up it a little bit or we can go down a little bit. I'm thinking we go down a little bit. This is usually what I use. 1230. So now we can also take a custom one right here, which is cut down. And we add a bunch of shims here until we come up with the right weight. By the way. So we're going to try that. That's how we're going to figure out how much bob weight the stock fly was over there. Because we know S&S lies about what they do. So, I got scale, it just goes perfectly to 0. Where's my big, here, we need to put it on top of it. There, right there.
So you're gonna put the weight on this thing or what?
We need to find out what it is. Okay, what's this one here? Here, go put that on there, see what it does. Just lay it in there, don't just drop it though. Okay, this one's 1189, so we did last.
You say?
Yeah, look at dumbass, just dropped my weight. Quit dropping my weight every time you do it, dents and it screws it up. I don't want to make another one this week.
Better the weight than the flywheel.
I don't care about the flywheel, I care about my stupid weight. Okay, you go over here and get some extra shims. Here, hold that. What number do we want? 1250?
Yep. 1250.
1260, how about that?
So you're going to balance this to just about all around writing then, right?
That was too much. That's too little. 1250 what? 1251.76. 1251.1. 1252. 1251.5. Is that close enough to
You want 1251.76.
What are you looking for anyway? 1251.76, 1251.5. That's pretty close. You probably live with that error. Okay, that's the way we're going to use if we do it exactly correctly, which is what we just figured out. Now I want to know is what we're going to do. That's at 56%. So what I do is I put 56% right here. It's 1251.
It's actually pretty close.
Is it heavy or light?
It's a little bit light.
So we're going to be close to this number. This one's a little heavy. Give him that other one over there.
Which one?
The 1270. The smoothie looking one. No. that ain't it. Where's the one that he took? This one, that's 7.6. That's too heavy. See if that's too heavy.
You gonna bring it over or what?
Take it over there and give it to Fred.
Fred, catch.
Yeah, drop it again.
Hey! It's a long day. Alright, so what we're doing is we're taking this. We tried this one. And the bottom was heavy, so we're going to try this one and see if the... We normally would take this over to the vise. That's pretty close. Tatro. It is heavier. No, it's heavier.
The weight's too heavy or the flywheel?
The weight's too heavy.
So we're pretty close to what we needed.
Right. And it's not that far off, it's just heavier than the flywheel. Okay. So these represent the weight of the rods and pistons and everything, if you haven't figured that out yet. Have you figured that out yet?
Oh yeah. Now that you told me.
Now that I told them. Too heavy, too light.
Guess what? This one's in between.
That one's in between. Living a dream! Living a dream! Making Harleys. Making stuff. He's putting the weight together. Be in between. I bet you this is going to be, these flywheels are balanced, dude. Because you're gonna put that on and it's gonna be all like, woo-hoo-hoo, no cutting needed.
True test will be when I get on the bike and go for a putt.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, here's the weight we were supposed to have. Using a 50%, 56% balance factor.
That's a good percentage. See, I got the right kind of towels, the bar towels. We having fun yet?
I don't know, did you do this right? It could be off a little bit.
What's the hair? Finding a frog's hair.
It's a little bit over there.
Look.
A little heavy still.
Is that the right? If that's the right weight, we got to cut and.
That's the right weight. It's really close to that. It's off by this much.
Yeah, not by much.
Yeah, that might take an hour for you to get out though.
Only if I'm cutting it.
Go
not
grab
if
your
you're-
drill bit. Your drill bit. Where's your drill bit?
I don't know. Where's it at?
Over there, the drills.
Oh, it's this one here. We need to block.
All right, we're gonna take a break for a minute.